stethoscope because we are going to talk about another body part. Because what kind of animal are we? You are right, we are humans. So I've got this human behind me, and I'm going to peel back his skin and peel back his bones, and we're going to see what we're talking about this week. Are you guys ready? All right, let's begin. So I'm going to peel his skin. And look, there's some bones underneath that skin. Do you guys remember what this bone is up here? This is your skull, and behind it is your brain. So I'm going to peel back this rib cage down here. Right here is the rib cage, which remember, if you feel your own body, you could feel that right here. So I'm peeling back the rib cage. And we've got something to talk about. So let me pull out this. This is what we are going to talk about this week. And there's actually two body parts we're talking about during the same week. This right here is called your esophagus. Can you guys say esophagus? Very good. And at the bottom, this is another body part, and this is called your stomach. Can you guys say stomach? Very good. And remember, we are talking about the digestive system. We talked about our teeth and our mouths last week, and now we're going to talk about our esophagus and our stomach. So I'm going to put these organs back in my human, and then we are going to find out more about them. So let me put my esophagus back, and then at the bottom of your esophagus is your stomach. And I'm going to put the rib cage back up too. And we'll put his skin back up too. Much better. Before we start our book, I thought we could look at this picture that I began to show you last week. And this is your digestive system. Can you guys say digestive system? Very good. So this entire thing is showing all the organs in your digestive system. But we're just going to focus on two this week. So last week we talked about teeth and how they are the beginning of what your body does with food. So this week we're going to talk about this long tube, and we're also going to talk about down here this organ. So this tube is your esophagus, and down here is your stomach. So now that we've gone through that, it's time to start our book. And this is called My Stomach and Esophagus. A yummy smell is in the air. My brain tells me that smell is my favorite food. My brain sends a message to my mouth and my stomach. So she smells her favorite food, and it looks like it's lo mein. My mouth starts to water, and my stomach grumbles. I am hungry. My stomach tells me so. And right there, that's the stomach, and we've got our esophagus. My stomach is a part of my body. My stomach helps my body break down the food it needs. Food gives my body energy and helps it grow. Now that's an important word, energy. Can you guys say energy? Very good. Eating food gives you energy. My stomach is part of my digestive system. My digestive system is one of my body's systems that keep me alive. So right in the middle, there's the stomach, there's the esophagus, and all of these together make your digestive system. My mouth is the first stop in my digestive system. My teeth, tongue, and saliva start to break down my food. I chew, bite, and mash with my teeth and my tongue. So that's the first step in digestion. You put the food in your mouth and you chew it up and you add spit or saliva to it before you swallow. Saliva mixes with the food in my mouth. Saliva or spit is a digestive juice that feels like water in my mouth. The food in my mouth becomes smaller and easier to swallow. Next, the food travels from my mouth down a tube to my stomach. That tube is called the esophagus. Can you guys say that again at home? I know it's a hard word. Esophagus. Very good. So let's learn about the esophagus. It is an organ in the upper digestive system, which connects my throat to my stomach. Mine is about 8 inches long. The food passes through my esophagus with the help of muscles that squeeze and push. When I swallow, the muscles relax to allow the food to pass. These muscles tense up when they aren't in use, so that the stuff in my stomach can't go back up my esophagus. So, when you eat your food, you chew and swallow, and it starts to get pushed and squeezed down this esophagus, down to your stomach. And your esophagus has muscles in it that stop the food from going back up. So your food goes down, 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 down into your stomach from your esophagus. My stomach is like a sack that catches the food. The food mixes with more digestive juices in my stomach. And look at this picture. You could see these are all pieces of food. This person bit them and chewed and swallowed. The food went down the esophagus and landed in the stomach. My stomach mixes and squeezes my food to break it down more. The food needs to be smaller to travel further in my digestive system. Next, my stomach sends the food through about 20 feet of tubes. Look at that. 20 feet of other tubes that we're going to talk about next week are what happens after the food passes through your stomach. Other parts of my digestive system add juices to break down the food even more. The tubes help my body use what it can from my food. So these tubes break down the food even smaller and take parts that are useful for energy and give them to your body. This page is a little silly, but we all do it, and it's important to talk about in science. Where the tubes end, my body gets rid of the waste it can't use. And look at this picture. Our character is in the bathroom right now. You know what she's doing? Pooping. When your body is done digesting and it takes all the energy you could use from food, what comes out in your poop is the waste your body doesn't use. So poop is what happens because of digestion. I eat until my stomach feels full, and it sends a message to my brain. I am not hungry anymore. My stomach tells me so. And that's a very important thing that your stomach does. When you've eaten enough food and you are no longer feeling hungry, that's because your stomach said, I'm full, to your brain. And your brain said, let's stop eating then. So you eat until you are full. The end. I really liked that book. It's always fun to learn about our bodies, specifically our human bodies, because that's what type of animal we are. So before I go, I want to show you guys one more picture, and it is right here. This is a picture of your esophagus. Let's say it one last time. Esophagus. Very good. And this is showing when you first swallow your food, the muscles contract to push the food down. And then, after that, the muscles relax and the tube widens for food to move. So you're squeezing the food down and it widens. Squeeze and widen. So it's squeezing the food down. Almost like if you were using a tube of toothpaste that was almost empty. You have to squeeze the toothpaste to get the last bit out. That's kind of how your esophagus works. It is constantly squeezing and pushing the food down and making sure it does not go up. And I have one more picture to show you, and that is your stomach. And remember, this is at the bottom of your esophagus, and it catches the food that you have just eaten. So, that was a really good book, and I hope you guys liked it too. Now that you've finished learning about your esophagus and your stomach, click on the activity video to go with this book, and I will see you guys there. Bye everyone, I'll see you next time, and Shelly will too. Bye guys.